Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about how do we, using the zeros or solutions for a polynomial and the y-intercept, how can I create an equation or the representative function? So to start off, our representative function, and again this will be given to you on the test, is going to be y equals a parentheses x minus x1 parentheses x minus x2, and lastly x minus x3. All right, so on your test or in progress learning, you'll be given zeros or x-intercepts. The examples we'll give you is, we're going to give you -1, +2, and -3. And our y-intercept we're going to be given is going to be 0, 18. All right, so in order for us to come up with our equation, first we have to fill out the general form and solve for a. So we got y equals a, and again what I do is I label my zeros. You can do them any order you want to, but I always like to go left to right. This is my x1, this is my x2, and this is my x3. All right, so then we're going to write x minus 1. Now, we always have a minus here because remember in the original equation, we're going to have minus. Like you see right here, this minus, that's what we're going to always have in our problem. Now, later on, you'll see where that minus goes away in some cases, but not always. All right, next, we're going to say x minus 2 because it was a +2. And then lastly, x minus -3. All right, so let's clean that up a little bit and condense. So we're going to get y equals a parentheses x plus 1 parentheses x minus 2 because the two minuses gave us a plus. So when you subtract the negative, you always wind up with a plus. And then x plus 3. All right, so now that we have our general form, we need to solve for a. All right, because technically in the original problem, in the stem of the question, we were given our y-intercept, which was x was our 0 and y was our 18. All right, so now we're going to fill in all those places and then solve for a. So our y is 18. We're going to say a parentheses. Since x is 0, we're going to put 0 here, 0 plus 1, then 0 minus 2, and then 0 plus 3. All right, so now we need to condense. We know anything plus 0 is going to be itself. So in this case, 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 minus 2 is -2, and then 0 plus 3 is +3. All right? So now we're going to wind up with 18 equals, and now we're going to multiply 1 times 2 times 3, which in this case, 1 times -2 times 3, and it's going to give us -6a. We're now going to divide both sides by 6 and get -3 equals a. So now that we have our a, that's only half of the problem. The other half of the problem is to now plug in our number and get our general formula. So since we have a variety of y's and x's in this function, the x1, x2, and x3 are standards. They have to be in the problem. Our a is also going to be in the problem. So we're going to rewrite our equation as y equals -3 parentheses x plus 1, x minus 2, and x plus 3. So remember, the 1, the -2, and the +3 were the x-intercepts. Now, another way a student in one of my other classes mentioned was just change the signs of your original x's. So our original x was x to the -1. I mean, x1 was -1, x2 was 2, and x3 was -3. So again, the opposite of -1 is +1. The opposite of +2 is -2. And the opposite of -3 is +3. So if you want to remember it that way, that's fine. But essentially, that's going to be your final answer. Y equals -3 parentheses x plus 1 parentheses x minus 2 and x plus 3. Thank you for your attention, and I'll talk to you later.